is Gabriella Thompson. I'm a humanities major and I am a first year. The first day of school, I'd say, when you have like a crowd of students coming to school and things like that, you think, oh, it's excitement, it's happiness. But an 8:30 class to start with, there was a lot of zombie sort of movements happening and a lot of like groaning. But I thought it was really cool, like to come to a whole new place and start fresh, sort of. So I really like it here. Well, I went to an international school in Munich, Germany, and it's kind of really similar to this. Like, academic writing skills is a lot like my English literature class, and I do performing arts, and that's also sort of like my theater arts class back home. So I find things are quite similar, but at the same time, here they expect you to know things. Like, for example, I asked a lot of questions in a class, and a teacher told me, why are you asking so many questions? You're in university now, you should know this. So it was a different sort of atmosphere, but in terms of academics, it's quite similar to what I'm usually used to. Yeah, the problem with taking performing arts is that I have class on Wednesdays at 10 in the morning, so I did not go to the first soloist party, but I have been to parties in like the dorms and things like that, and it's the best atmosphere because you meet people like constantly. You see people that you don't know, and you're able to just go up to them and be like, hey, where are you from? How's it going? And plus, since it's in such a closed up environment, like you can go home whenever you want to, you can like show up whenever you want to, and there's a lot of freedom in it, which is what I find the best part, basically. Yeah, I live in a single room, and it's the best thing in the entire world. I love just having my own space, and I was able to, because I shared a room with my sister for like 12 years, so that was a nightmare. And so just having my own place that I could customize to my own tastes and just do what I ever want, and sort of like I have to discipline myself, like do the dishes, like you need to do them. But it's kind of, you're giving yourself that responsibility, it wasn't forced on you, but you kind of grow up in a sense to the point where you're now your own person, and now you have all these jobs to do, but you're doing it voluntarily. Yeah, it's really similar. Like, I'm used to having everyone be from different places and you're not speaking their language and things like that. So I'm quite familiar with it. But at the same time, here people are a lot older, so you're kind of, affronted with people who have even more experiences. Because in international schools, you'd say, oh, I moved from this place to this place. And when you go to university where people have been, they say, oh, I took a gap year, or I took an internship, or they've just experienced life more in a way, to the point where they have life stories rather than just saying, I moved from a different country. And so it's, again, similar, but at the same time, we're all older and we've all experienced way more than other people, so it's the same, but not exactly. Do not panic. Everything will make sense at some point. Talk to your tutor, talk to friends, because a lot of people, they think that they're dealing with things on their own and that they're the only ones going through things, and actually everyone is. Everyone's moving to a new place and everyone's going through things. So if you just talk to people about it and don't hide yourself away and don't try to deal with things all by yourself, it'll be a lot easier. And also just be excited. Like, this is new, it's great, it's gonna be fun, and that's what university is really about. I think just sort of the explanation of how the curriculum works, because a lot of us spent like intra-week, like we had these sort of lectures where they were trying to tell us about what tracks you're supposed to do or what majors you're supposed to do, and people were still confused, like, wait, do I pick my major now? Do I pick it later? Do I have to, a lot of people thought they had to take a minor at some point when it's not like mandatory, and they didn't understand what classes they need to do or what courses, so there was just a lot of confusion. And like, for example, when we needed our books, they told us a day before we needed to order them, and like we didn't even know what classes we were taking at that point. So I think it's just more or less the organization of when you're first moving in. Like, I feel like that could be improved, but basically everything else has just been awesome.